Hello, hello, Paulina Madrigal here. Today I want to come on and talk about our new Quick Quote Pro tool. We have been working on this, building this for some time now, and I get to come on, do a little training tutorial with you, and I'm very excited because I know how important it is to knock out those quotes, to win the bids and get it going. We just need to streamline this whole beginning process of what is the order going to cost. So today, I'm going to walk a few quotes with you through the system, and hopefully it can help you understand a little bit more from a decorator perspective and how to price effectively. So this behind us is the client portal. I am already logged in, and you'll see the buttons kind of moved around. We're adding a lot more features here, so excited to say that just click on that Quick Quote Pro tool, and it's going to take you into our new platform. So one of the things before we get started on our first quote is to explain a design versus locations of print. So as a decorator, we think of what's happening to the apparel in its entirety. So, for example, if there's 150 t-shirts and they were all getting front and back, in our design queue, that'll be one design because we don't need to separate apparel out. Once they're screen printed on the front, they go back on the cart to be screen printed on the back. There's no extra organization that needs to go into decorating that product. So what you'll see here on our Quick Quote Pro tool is the design group number. This is where we think about what's happening to all the apparel. So we'll do a basic quote first, and that is all of the apparel is going to get screen print on the front and screen print on the back. So since all the apparel is getting that, there's only one design on this specific order. So the difference is print location. There are two print locations on this order, front, and then print location number 2 is back. So we'll start with the first print location here, and that is going to click on the drop-down menu, and we are going to choose front. There's so many options here. We really did our homework on what are we seeing, what do they need, and we've even added a few custom here because we've tried to think of everything, but we know customers need crazy things, so there's some customs in there. But for our basic quote, we'll do front. The imprint method, this is where all 3 imprint decoration methods are listed. So we'll say screen print on the first one, and let's say it's our white ink. We know white ink counts as 2 colors, underbase and the white. And then here's where we've put the imprint size. I've noted that it's optional because this is a quote. We understand you may not have all the details. That's okay. So if you have the size, great, you can throw it in there, because essentially later we're hoping to have this move to insert order, and then you won't have to fill out any of that data. For now, it's optional if you have the information. If it's a repeat design you've done with us before, go ahead and mark that repeat. If not, let's just insert the first location of print. So now we're going to go to the second location of print, which is the back. So we'll click back. We'll say the back is red, white, and blue. Let's add the underbase. So that's 4 colors. It is not a repeat design, so we're just going to enter that in there for you. So here's where it's laying it out that it is one design because all of the apparel is getting the same locations of decoration, and the front is 2 screens and the back is 4 colors, colors. So once you have all the locations of decoration laid out, you'll then come down to the garment entry. Now, it is a quote. Sometimes you know the garment, sometimes you don't know the garment. For the most accurate quote, we're hoping that you have that garment detail, because by being able to fill it in our advanced system here, it will auto-populate the handling and shipping levels for you. And that way it's the most accurate quote you can get. So for this instance, we do know that this customer wants the ST350. So we can type that on in there. I'm going to tab out of the system. And what we've done is we've continue and will continue to partner with Sanmar, SNS, and Cutter and Buck, and we've got all of their manifest of their apparel. We've uploaded it, so we have all the details about the apparel that we need. So it's going to autofill a lot for you. We typed in ST350, click tab. It's filled out that it's a Sport Tech, it's the activewear t-shirt, and it's even filled out the exact colors that's listed on the website. So let's say it's our forest green. Our level has auto-filled because it's one of the 3 main apparel people that we use. And then we'll come down here and let's say all 150 t-shirts are this specific forest green color. So we'll put in our breakdown here, 25 large, 25 medium, 50, well, I'm just making up things here, 50 small, 50 medium, 25 large, 25 extra large. And once you have your breakdown, you'll just hit your insert items and the system will pull them up on the side. So we said it's 150. We've got our 150 breakdown here. And one of the great things about this is while we're filling out all the information on it, it is calculating everything at the bottom for us. So here's our quote breakdown here at the bottom right here. We've got all the apparel is getting front and back. So it's one design, and that's your 352 total. We have our screen charge. We have 4 screens on the back, 2 screens on the front. So we have a total of 6 screens. Handling fees are listed there. Shipping is listed, but then you'll see a shipping credit right under that. And anytime you see that shipping credit, you know that's free outbound shipping. Very exciting. So many products this year, since we've restructured our handling fee, fall into that free outbound shipping. So super excited to see that more free outbound shipping, right? And then of course it'll have your credit card fee. You can always disregard that if you are on terms with us or you're paying by bank or ACH. And then of course I'll give you the grand total at the bottom. If you are picking up, you can change it to pickup. It's going to refresh for you, and it's going to take off the shipping and the shipping credit. So we know that you may not know whether there's going to be specific colors, PMS colors, or not. But if you know that already, you can fill it out here. If you know that it's a process print, we specialize and love to help with the simulated processes, which is our sample shirt. It's that Dos Equis bottle is simulated process. So you can click that, yes, it'll be a simulated process. If you're not there yet, it's just your standard colors, then leave it alone, move on. And then lastly, I'm very excited for this part because you can title it whatever you like. We've all got special keywords for projects that we're doing. So this one we'll do Project 101. And then you save that quote. The system will then prompt you back up to the top, give you a, hey, good job, you saved the quote, and here's your quote title. And then we have our own internal quote ID. But from here, you can go ahead and download the saved quote, which you can download the saved quote. It'll make a PDF for you, and then you can attach that with art in your PO, and we'll get the order moving for you. Another exciting feature that we've worked on is you've got the quote done, you send it to the customer, and they come back and like, oh, I need to change the colors in the art. Oh, I need to change the quantity. Well, what we did for you is you can find the quote, hit load data from saved quote after you pick it, and it will refill out everything you filled out on this, which is a time saver that you don't have to go back and refill out. Okay, it was front, da 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 da. So essentially, you can come in and you can edit it. So if the front is now changed to 4 screens, you can delete it, go back in. We're going to add front screen print. Now the screens are 4, and you can reinsert that design. And it's going to save everything for you. So if you're just changing screen colors and there's still all that one design, which means all the apparel is now the 4 screens on the front, then it's updated everything. Just the pricing at the bottom has updated to take into account whatever changes you made on the colors. And then you can resave it, Project 101, and we'll put a plus sign because they added colors to us. Save quote. So now you can have your project one-on-one quote and your project 101 plus quote. So essentially, we're trying to give you as much saved data as possible. You work on so many quotes, you have so many things going. So we're trying to help streamline these quotes as much as we can. So that is your basic order, which is one department. Everything is all the apparel is getting the same thing. So what I want to do now is a second quote that is a multi-department quote. So a popular thing that we've been seeing happen in the industry with the growth of direct to film is we'll have screen print on the front, direct to film on the back. So we're going to do a quote like that. So again, let's say all of the apparel is getting the screen print on the front and the direct to film on the back. We'll keep that design group as number one. And we'll go in here and we'll say the front is a left chest this time. It's screen print. Well, I mean, we'll go down to 5 colors. It's not a repeat design, so I'm going to insert that. And then we'll say the back is now officially direct to film. So back, and we'll pop the other decoration method here as DTF, and we'll say it's a medium for our back. This is calculated by square inch, length times width. We always round up to the closest number, so 12.6 will be 13, and then 11.2 will be 12. So length times width, that'll tell you the square inches, and we'll give you the DTF print size. All right, so we're going to insert that in. So again, all of the apparel is getting the screen print on the front and direct to film on the back. Same process as before. You'll enter your garment. So let's do our 202 tab. But what you'll see here is that it did not autofill for us. And that is when we want to slow down and say, are there multiple manufacturers who have a style number 202? And in this case, yes. We have the soft shirts as a 202, and we have the Toltecs. So if we're going to click on, pick which one is relevant to you. In this case, we're doing Toltecs, and then we'll go in and we'll pick our color. This is auto-populating the handling fee, the shipping, and everything for you. We'll come in here and we will knock out 100 shirts, insert your items. If you do not know the apparel yet, again, how you get the most accurate quote, you know the apparel because the weight of the product is how we're calculating our inbound and outbound shipping. I do advise to put what you think it might be, or if you don't see, you've typed in everything and you can't seem to get that work, you can process a non-standard item here. And the non-standard item, you can type in, whatever you need, tab, and if you know the manufacturer, if you don't, let's just say they're providing the apparel, but we know it's polos, so pop in the polos, and you can fill in your color as black color, and then it will ask you to pick what it is. Whether it's the polo, the aprons, the backpacks, the heavy items. So we know this one's polos, hats, and then it's going to ask you to pick a shipping level. I will say that this is why we are growing our database of all the popular apparel that everyone's ordering. But to be safe, if the apparel is, if the polo is a little heavier, you may want to put the level 2 just for the quote. The worst case scenario is the order's a little less than what the quote was. We don't want it the opposite. We don't want you to quote and then we gotta, oh yeah, well this is actually level 2 shipping. So again, for the most accurate quote, we do hope that you were able to get that information from your customer. So pick the level of shipping, and we're gonna pop in the sizes here and insert. We're still all in that design group 1 because all of the apparel is still getting that. All right, so you can see here, it gives me a little pink warning and didn't add anything to the side. So it says I'm missing the brand. So we'll click the brand. Again, they're supplying it. We'll figure it out. We know it's a polo. We know it was black. And we'll just kind of fill that process out. It's really good to do these kind of quotes because it's good to see things you might run into. Again, we're going to choose level 2 to just be safe because they didn't tell us exactly what the item is just yet. So you'll see here, it moved it over for us now that we filled out all of these departments. If we don't fill it out, you just saw that it won't insert it for you. So now that it's inserted it for us, the pricing at the bottom, it'll give you the screen print cost, the direct film cost, you got your setups, your DTFs, and then your handling and shipping is processed for you too. Since the t-shirts were free shipping, the total is the $49.50, but we're going to give you credit for the free shipping of the 100 Toltex t-shirts of $27. So gives you the price in here, and you can, again, just save it how you need it. Project 202 this time. And we're going to go ahead and hit Save Quote. And we've got it saved up here at the top. We can download it as a PDF and add your cost of the apparel. Again, if it's a more complicated quote, you do this process and you just want us to do a double second check for you, download the quote, attach the art, any details, and say, hey, I tried the new tool. Can you double check if I'm processing this all correctly? All right, the third and final quote that I'm going to knock out today is a quote that has multiple designs. The most popular situation I see in this is if they all get the front, but this section of shirts gets volunteer on the back, and these are all blank. So in that case, we know that there's going to be two designs because some of the apparel gets the back and the other does not. So essentially, we have officially have two designs on this quote that we're about to run. So we're going to start with design 1, which would be our front. Let's say we're at a summer camp. And we're going to say it's screen print, 5 colors. We're going to insert that design. And we're going to say design 1 is all the t-shirts for the kids. So there's no back design on that. All right. So we're kind of done with design 1, essentially. You can come in here and do design group 2. And this is going to be for the volunteers. So it'll still be the front design with 5 screens. Insert, and then it'll be the back design. Let's say that's direct to film because it's volunteer on the back, so we're going to say it's the small, and we're going to insert that. So essentially over here it's moved it over for us. Design 1 is front only, and then design 2 is front and back. So the system does have a way to process more complex quotes than our other system did. It's just going to take some time to learn the ins and outs of it. So we are definitely here to help you. We're going to keep going on this one. So let's say we've got the Gildan 5000. Oh, let me just put 5000 here, tab over. We see it didn't fill out because there's Bayside and Gildan. We're going to click the Gildan, it's going to load it, and so it tells you that right now your design group is design 1 is what you're working on. So design 1 is going to be for, again, it's front only because based on the information we put above. So we're going to say design 1 is the ash color, and the sizes for that are 25 and 25. Insert the design there. And then, so that's design 1. It moved over here, but now we need to change a group to design 2. And then in design 2, this is for the shirts that have the back. So let's say they're getting also a Gildan 5000 tab, but they are a different color. They like to be bright, they need to be seen. So we've got a pink color going on, and we're going to knock out 5, 5, and 5. And we're going to insert our design there. So now you have officially two designs. The first design being the front and the front only, and the design two being the front and the back. We'll scroll down here at the bottom. It's laying it all out for us. So design cost for the front is there for you. Design two is also broken down, and the screens and everything. Again, if you know you're going to pick up the order, change that order to pick up. It'll take all the shipping off for you. Hey, if it's free outbound shipping, let's ship it. And we're just going to put camp 2026, right? And we're going to save this quote. So a lot of information here. Ultimately, we have a lot more training videos coming up to help think like a decorator. This is video number one because I believe in this tool so much. We know you work nights, weekends, everything to win those bids, and we want you to have tools at your fingertips. So I hope this video helps. And I always like to say, High Tech is here for you. Your rep is here for you. If the quote is a little too much or you just want someone else to check the quote for you, go ahead and email it in, and our team is here to help you. So thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit more about decoration and what all it takes to decorate a garment, quote out a garment, and I look forward to making more videos, and we'll talk to you soon.